Approximately 250,000 people move to Canada each year. There are multiple paths to legally move to Canada, and many people will qualify for at least one of them. Detailed step-by-step instructions on making your move to Canada follow. Are you looking to immigrate to Canada in 2023? The process of immigrating to a new country can be complex and time-consuming, but there are several ways to make it easier. Here are 11 of the easiest ways to immigrate to Canada in 2023. 1. Express Entry, E. The Express Entry system is a way for the Canadian government to manage applications for certain immigration programs, including the Federal Skilled Worker Program, Federal Skilled Trades Program, and Canadian Experience Class. To be eligible for Express Entry, you must first create an online profile and be accepted into the pool of candidates. You will be ranked based on factors such as your work experience, education, language skills, and others. If you are ranked highly, you may receive an invitation to apply, ITA, for permanent residency. 2. Provincial Nominee Programs. Each province in Canada has its own immigration program that allows them to nominate individuals who meet the specific needs of the province's labour market. These programs are designed to help immigrants settle in a specific region of Canada. To be eligible for a provincial nominee program, you must have the skills, education, and work experience needed to contribute to the economy of the province. You must also meet the program's specific requirements, which can vary from province to province. 3. Family Sponsorship. If you have a spouse, common law partner, child, parent, or grandparent who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, they may be able to sponsor you to come to Canada. The sponsor must be able to demonstrate that they have the financial means to support you and ensure that you do not need to rely on government assistance. 4. Study Permit. If you are accepted to a Canadian school, you may be eligible for a study permit, which allows you to live and study in Canada for the duration of your program. You must have a letter of acceptance from a recognized educational institution, proof of sufficient funds to cover your tuition and living expenses, and a clean criminal record. After completing your studies, you may be able to apply for a work permit and eventually permanent residency. 5. Work Permits. If you have a job offer from a Canadian employer, you may be eligible for a work permit, which allows you to live and work in Canada for a specific period of time. To be eligible for a work permit, you must have a valid job offer from a Canadian employer, meet the specific requirements of the job, and be able to demonstrate that you will leave Canada at the end of your work permit. This can be a stepping stone to permanent residency. 6. Startup Visa. The Startup Visa program is designed for entrepreneurs who want to start a business in Canada. To be eligible, you must have a business idea that has been accepted by a designated organization and receive a letter of support from that organization. You must also meet the requirements of the program, which include demonstrating that you have sufficient financial resources to support yourself and your business and completing a medical examination. 7. Self-Employed Person Program. If you are self-employed and can demonstrate that you have the experience and skills to be self-employed in Canada, you may be eligible to immigrate through this program. To be eligible for the Self-Employed Persons Program, you must have relevant experience in cultural or athletic activities, or in farm management. You must also have the financial resources to cover your expenses and establish your business in Canada. 8. Atlantic Immigration Pilot. The Atlantic Immigration Pilot is a program designed to help immigrants settle in the Atlantic provinces of Newfoundland and Labrador, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. To be eligible for the Atlantic Immigration Pilot, you must have an approved job offer. 9. Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot. The Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot is a program designed to help immigrants settle in smaller communities in the provinces of British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario, and Saskatchewan. To be eligible for the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot, you must have a job offer from a designated employer in a participating community and meet the specific requirements of the program. You must also have the skills and education needed to successfully integrate into the labour market and community in the participating community. 11. The Intra-Company Transferee, ICT. A program that allows companies to temporarily transfer employees from their international operations to their Canadian operations. To be eligible for the ICT program, the employee must have been working for the company for at least 1 year and must be coming to Canada to work in a managerial, executive, or specialized knowledge position. The employee must also be paid a salary that is comparable to what they would earn in Canada for a similar position. Overall, the easiest way to immigrate to Canada will depend on your individual circumstances and qualifications. It is always a good idea to consult with a qualified immigration lawyer or consultant to determine the best path for you. They can help you understand the requirements for each program and guide you through the application process. Moving to a new country can be an exciting but also overwhelming experience. It is important to do your research and prepare as much as possible before making the move. This can help ensure a smooth transition and make it easier to adapt to your new life in Canada. Good luck with your immigration journey.